The Delhi Sultanate 1192 to 1526 AD. Foundation for Turkish rule in India is from 1192 to 1206 AD period. For more than 150 years after the raids of Mahmud of Ghazni, Muslim traders developed relationship with Central and West Asian countries. Muizzuddin Muhammad of the Ghurid dynasty invaded India in the 12th century. The Ghurid forces were defeated by Prithvi Raj Chauhan, Rajput rulers of Ajmer and Delhi called Dillika. Turkish conquest began in India when Muizzuddin Muhammad, popularly known as Muhammad of Ghori, defeated the Rajput ruler Prithvi Raj Chauhan in 1192. After the Second Battle of Tarain, Muizzuddin returned to Ghazni in Afghanistan, leaving incomplete work, the affairs in India, in the hands of his trusted slave Qutbuddin Aibak. Qutbuddin Aibak, 1206 to 1210 AD. After Muizzuddin's death in 1206, Aibak took over the control of the Delhi Sultanate. He cut off links with Ghazni and started the process of developing India on its own independent lines. The kingdom established by Qutbuddin Aibak, 1206 to 1210 AD, came to be called the Delhi Sultanate. The dynasty ruled by Aibak is also known as Slave Dynasty or Mamluk Dynasty, as this dynasty was established by slaves or Mamluks. Qutbuddin Aibak built Qutub Minar. Qutub Minar. Qutub Minar was constructed by the Turks in the 13th century, which was started by Qutbuddin Aibak. The construction of this tapering tower was started by Qutbuddin Aibak and was completed by Iltutmish. The use of red and white sandstone and marble makes it a unique monument. In 1210, Aibak died of injuries due to a fall from his horse while playing polo. Aibak was succeeded by his son-in-law Iltutmish. Iltutmish, 1210 to 1236 AD. Iltutmish is regarded as the real consolidator of the Turkish rule in India. The real consolidation of the Turkish rule in India was done by Qutbuddin's successor Iltutmish. Iltutmish was a broad-minded ruler. It is proved by the fact that though he had sons, he considered none of them worthy of the throne and decided to nominate his daughter Rachna Sultan to the throne in 1236 AD. Thus, Iltutmish saved the infant Delhi Sultanate. Rachna Sultan, 1236 to 1240 AD. Rachna Sultan was the first woman ruler of India. In 1236 AD, the nomination of daughter Rachna to the throne in preference to sons was a very bold and a noble step by Iltutmish. After becoming the ruler, Rachna refused to be a puppet. She discarded female dress and started holding court with a face unveiled. However, Rachna Sultan faced lot of opposition from the Turkish nobles. Minaz-i-Siraj didn't like a woman as a ruler in his accounts. Later in 1240 AD, Rachna was finally murdered. After Rachna, her younger brother Nasiruddin Mahmud ascended the throne. Nasiruddin Mahmud. After Rachna, her younger brother Nasiruddin Mahmud ascended the throne. He was under the influence of one powerful Turkish chief, Ulugh Khan, known in history as Balban. The young and inexperienced Sultan became a puppet in the hands of Balban. Balban. Era of Balban, 1266 to 1287 AD. Balban captured power after the death of Nasiruddin Mahmud and finally ascended the throne in AD 1265. He introduced strict discipline and strengthened the power of the monarchy. The harsh methods of Balban were called the policy of blood and iron. Balban was one of the main architects of the Delhi Sultanate. After the death of Balban, there was confusion in Delhi for some time. Taking advantage of this, a new group called the Khaljis came to power. Jalaluddin Khalji, 1290 to 96, was the founder of the Khalji dynasty, who ruled for a brief period of only 6 years. The next ruler, Alauddin Khalji, was a very efficient and capable ruler. Alauddin Khalji. Alauddin Khalji ruled from 1296 to 1316 AD. He was not only a great conqueror. Alauddin established a vast empire. He built a new city fort in Delhi. His measures to control the markets was excellent. He was the first Delhi Sultan to maintain a well-equipped standing army. City Fort of Delhi. Alauddin Khalji constructed a new garrison town, Siri, for his soldiers and built the city fort in Delhi. Siri became the capital of the Khaljis. Siri is the third city of Delhi. A large water reservoir called Hauj Khas was also part of Delhi. Tughlaq dynasty, 1320 to 1412. Muhammad bin Tughlaq, the second Tughlaq ruler, devised many novel plans. They, however, failed due to hasty implementation and improper planning. After Alauddin Khalji's death, once again there was chaos and confusion, and a new dynasty led by Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, 1320 to 24, came to the throne. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq built a huge fort in Tughlaqabad, which was massive. He built Tughlaqabad Fort, the third capital of Delhi. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq, 1320 to 1324. Ghiyasuddin Tughlaq built a huge fort in Tughlaqabad, which was massive and had 13 gates. He built Tughlaqabad Fort, the third capital of Delhi. Ghiyasuddin was succeeded by his son Muhammad bin Tughlaq, 1324 to 1351. Muhammad bin Tughlaq, 1320 to 1324. Muhammad bin Tughlaq, the second Tughlaq ruler, successfully repulsed the attacks by the Mongols. He built Jahanpana, the fourth capital of Delhi. He decided to transfer his capital from Delhi to Devgiri in the Deccan and renamed it as Daulatabad. People paid taxes with the token coins. In his reign, farmers faced severe famine. The Sultan had to provide 6 months' supplies from the royal granary at cheap rates. He lost the support of the nobles and the ulema, Muslim religious scholar. He was succeeded by his cousin Firoz Shah Tughlaq. Firoz Shah Tughlaq, 1351 to 1388. Firoz Shah Tughlaq was son of Muhammad bin Tughlaq, who is known for his welfare measures, construction of canals and towns. He promoted agriculture by digging off wells and by constructing many irrigation canals and built new towns. He created the fourth city of Delhi called Kotla Firoz Shah. It was the fifth capital of Delhi after Firoz's death. The Delhi Sultanate rapidly declined. A severe blow was given by the invasion of Timur in 1398 AD. Timur was a Turk, but he could claim a blood relationship with Genghis. His motive for raiding India was to seize the wealth of the Delhi Sultans. His army ransacked and plundered the various towns on the way to Delhi. He entered Delhi and looted it mercilessly, killing people. 90 elephants were used by Timur to carry the precious stones looted from his invasion of India. Lodi dynasty. After the Timur's invasion, a new dynasty called the Sayyid dynasty arose in Delhi, but it was soon replaced by the Lodis, who were originally Afghan tribesmen. In 1451, Behlol Lodi became the ruler of Delhi. He extended Lodi rule from Punjab to the western borders of Bihar. The most important Lodi Sultan was Sikandar Lodi. Sikandar Lodi, 1489 to 1517 AD. Sikandar was powerful Sultan. He brought the nobles under his control. He established efficient administrative system. He laid great emphasis on justice, and all the highways of the empire were made safe from robbers and bandits. The prices of all essential commodities were made cheap. He took keen interest in agriculture. The Lodis built tombs and gardens. The Mughals later adopted this style. Sikandar Lodi was succeeded by his son Ibrahim Lodi.